Hello and welcome to the tutorial on robotic process automation using UiPath. In this session, we will be discussing about the switch activity. Let us understand initially the purpose of switch activity. Whenever we have just one condition to be checked for decision making, then certainly we will be using if activity. If we have multiple number of conditions to be checked, then we have to keep on nesting the if structures inside the if structures. Okay, so that is when we can work out with multiple conditions. One of the alternative for this is the switch activity. So with the help of switch activity, we can check for multiple number of conditions and certainly execute its respective set of activities. Okay. So in this session, we will be understanding the switch activity with the help of one simple example. Okay. So initially, we will be asking the user to input a number between 1 to 7, where 1 indicates the Monday, 2 indicates Tuesday, and so on, and 7 indicates the Sunday. Okay, so based on the user input, we will be displaying the appropriate message for the user saying that the day that is chosen is a weekday, or if it is Saturday or Sunday, we can indicate it using a message saying that it's a weekend. Okay, so let us directly jump to the UiPath Studio and see how this can be implemented. Okay, so the first task here is to get the user input with the day. Okay, so for that I'll be using input dialog activity. Okay, so I'll just write the title for this. Okay, here I'll say number. Okay, and let me give a label here. Okay, so I have given a long label here with all those names of the week. Okay, so yeah, initially it is please enter the number of your choice. Okay, right after that I have used some line of code, that is environment.newline. Okay, so this is going to help us to go to the new line or move to the next line and then print the next set of options that are available. Okay, so next it is going to print Monday with 1 as the number, and similarly again we will have a new line with this environment.newline, and next we will display the Tuesday, and it goes on till we reach the Saturday. It is Sunday. Okay, so till then we will be adding new lines after every day and then displaying the things. Okay, now whatever the value that is inputted by the user has to be stored in some particular variable. Okay, so let me go to the variables panel and create a variable. Yeah, so we already have one variable here called as number of type int 32. So let us use this variable itself to store the value that we are going to receive. Okay, so I'll say number of. So the next task is to use the switch activity. Based on the user input, we should be able to execute a particular set of activities. Okay, so for that we have this switch activity. I just drag and drop this switch activity here. Okay, now I need to write an expression. Okay, so here our expression is the number itself. So we are not evaluating any expression here. In fact, the number that we receive itself is the input for the cases that we are going to define. Okay, so let us add the cases. So this is our case 1. Okay, so whenever the user inputs 1, it does mean that it is a weekday since it's Monday. Okay, so let us use a message box activity. I'll just drag and drop this message box activity, and inside the message box I'll just type a message that it's weekday. Okay, similarly I have to define the next set of cases. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just copy this message box so that it remains same for the first 5 days. Okay, so I'll just copy it and then paste it. I'll just copy this, I'll just copy this activity and then go to case 2 and then paste it here. Okay, similarly I'll create one more case, say case 3. So here also I'll just paste it. Okay, and then case 4, again I'll paste it. I'll say it's a weekday. Okay, then case 5, again the repetition of the same step, I'll paste it. Okay, now comes the case 6. Okay, so now once again I'll paste it and then modify its content. Okay, so actually 6 is not the weekday, it's the weekend. Okay, it's the weekend. Okay, similarly now I'll just copy this stuff so that I can paste it in the case 7. Okay, I'll paste it once again here. Okay, it's a weekend. Okay, so all 7 cases we have defined. Okay, so there is also one more case, that is default case. So whenever the user inputs some wrong input values, then we will be able to execute it with the help of default section. Okay, so for this I'll just drag and drop one message box activity. Okay, so inside this what we will indicate is, we will say invalid input. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we have successfully defined all 7 different cases for all the 7 days that we have considered, and then the default case for wrong inputs. Okay, so let us execute this and see. Okay, so the execution has started. So we are waiting for the robot to start working. Okay, yeah, so this is how the message box or the input dialog box appears initially. So it says please enter the number of your choice. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so all of these have been represented with new line every time we are ending the statement. Okay, so let us choose a number. So let's say 3. Okay, let us say 3. Okay, and say okay. So it says weekday, it's a weekday, right? So yeah, so let us re-execute it to see the other part of the output. Okay, so again the execution will start. Okay, so again the bot will ask for the choice. Yes, yeah, so let us enter it as 7 and say okay. Yeah, so it's weekend. Okay, so this is how we can handle the multiple number of conditions or multiple cases that we are in need of handling. And one more thing that we have learned here in this session is this environment.newline. So this is going to help us to represent the content in a new line with the help of a new line. Thank you.